What emotional frequency are you broadcasting? Recently, I took a trip to China and I got to view the skyline of Shanghai at night. And I would say it was like Manhattan on steroids. It was one of the most beautiful cities and displays of light that I have ever seen in my life. And if you have a chance, I highly, highly recommend that you go to China and to Shanghai specifically just to see the lights. It truly is magnificent. But one of the highlights in that sea of glittering and shimmering lights is the TV and radio tower. And there's a large tower with a ball on top of it, and it has a long pointed spire at the top. And what it broadcasts is highly regulated information to the Chinese people. It is limiting and restricting their knowledge, their understanding, and their information about what is really happening in the world outside of China. Hi, I'm Kat Lindquist. I'm Director of Professional Polyamorous Sisterhood, and I'm so glad that you are here watching this video today. And I want to know, what are you limiting and restricting about your broadcast to the world? Now, I'm not necessarily talking about the need to share all of your relationship issue, your relationship status, or your polyamorous or non-monogamous relationships at work or with your family of origin, but I'm really talking about your internal frequencies. What energy are you broadcasting out from your heart, from your soul, from that beautiful inner being, that beautiful goddess that lives within inside you? What are you broadcasting out into the world? And I have a 21 level emotional scale that I use with my clients. And what we do is we take a look at where on this scale, which at the very bottom talks about depression and jealousy and hopelessness, all the way to the top, which is love and appreciation and joy, just pure joy. And there's a whole range in between, things like anger, frustration, complacency, hopefulness. There's a long range inside this emotional scale. And in looking at that scale, there have been many times I've been living near the bottom. And that's what I was broadcasting. And what happens is, when we broadcast something out into the universe and into the world around us, it acts like a mirror, and it brings back to us experiences, people, and opportunities that are all matched at that energy level. So if you are living in hopelessness and you're living in depression, then what tends to happen? You tend to have really low level negative experiences continue to come into your life, and you feel like, oh my God, how am I ever going to get out of this cycle? It's like, I had this issue at work, and then I had this issue with my partner, and now there's problems in my family of origin, and my friend just defriended me, and my car broke down, and all these things start to happen, and it starts to spiral because that's where your energy is. And yes, I do understand when you're living in that kind of energy, and I have lived there, that it takes a lot to move yourself out. But again, as you know, in my videos, I talk about awareness and I talk about intention. And when we employ awareness and intention, we can raise ourselves out of that kind of energy and that level of the emotional scale. And I've done it. I've done it, and I help my clients do it too. And it starts with really being honest with yourself about where you are on that scale and accepting, maybe I live in complacency. Maybe I live in boredom. And that's where I live, and that's what I get. And that's where all these things happen in my life that all are at that energetic level. And sure, fluctuations can happen. You know, you can raise a few steps up, go a few steps down, but just like in a staircase, you can't jump from the bottom stair to the top, but it is much easier to fall from the top to the bottom. And even in our emotional scale, that tends to be true. That we can take a few steps up the emotional scale, but we can't jump more than just a few steps at a time. But we can go from being, say, maybe hopeful, we can go all the way back down to anger pretty quickly. And it's, again, employing that awareness and intention to recognize when you've fallen and be able to work your way back up. And it does take practice. And practice is nothing more than every day waking up with an intention to say, I want to feel good today. I want to feel loved today. I want to exude out of me the things that I want to have back in my life. So if I want to get love, I need to give love. If I want joy, I need to show joy and experience joy. And so many times we wait for something outside of us to happen so we can feel those good feelings. But what I've discovered is we can actually feel those emotions before something good has happened. And when we do that, we actually manifest the things that we want. So if you're living in anger and frustration and a low level area, when you start your day, and it might only last 20 minutes or an hour or maybe a few hours until something comes in from your other level and takes you back down again. But the more you do that every day, you're going to be seeing and feeling the change that is happening for you. I'm just going to consult my notes here because that's what I like to do. All right, so I hope that this was helpful for you. If you are interested, and since you're on my email list, if you would like to email me, I will send you a copy of the emotional scale. So you've watched this video. If you're interested, you can email me at kat, K-A-T, at bardsociety.com and let me know that you would like a copy of the emotional scale, and I will send that to you. So that is my little gift to you for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I so appreciate you being a part of our beautiful growing tribe of professional polyamorous sisters. And again, if you're not on our Facebook page yet, please jump over to Facebook, and I have a new page. If you're out and you want to like our new page, you can do that. Or if you'd like to join the group, you can join Professional Polyamorous Sisterhood. We are a closed group, and you can participate there. I do Facebook Lives there with content that doesn't show up on the email list. And so I'm really excited to have you a part of Professional Polyamorous Sisterhood. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Cheers.